Yes, so today we are going to start our new chapter, and its chapter name is the cell cycle and the cell division. Okay, so it as the name suggests, cell cycle and cell division. So its simple meaning is in a complete one cycle, okay, in a complete one cycle of the division, a cell is going to give rise to give you the two cells. Okay, is going to give rise the two cells, we can simply say. So if you have a one cell, okay, so after completing the complete cycle, so they are going to give you the two cells. So it means if you have a one cell, so this one cell is going to give rise two cells in our body. So this complete a process of giving rise the two cell and the development also, this is a complete one cycle, and the one cell is going to give rise the two cell. This is called the cell division. So of course you know it very well, like we have the mitosis, meiosis, we will discuss it further. So cell cycle means, so it is a sequence of the event.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. So if I talk about the cell cycle, so it is a sequence of the like events by which a cell is duplicating its genome, it is
Hmm.
synthesizing the other constituents, okay, and ultimately divide into the two daughter cell. So all the sequence of the event which ultimately lead to the division of cell, this is called cell cycle. So all the events take one by one, okay, by which a cell, like of course cell has the DNA, cell has the mitochondria, okay, every content. So we can say in which a cell duplicates duplicates its genome, synthesizes other constituent, synthesizes the other constituent of the cell, other constituents of the cell, and ultimately and ultimately divides into the two daughter cell. Okay, so this is what, this is your cell cycle. Okay, and what do you mean by the cell division then? Any
In a
guesses?
complete cycle, uh, oh wait, no, no, no. A division is just like when
Yes,
the
so
cell
it
divides.
is just a process when a new cells are coming from the pre-existing cells, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
if I talk about 10 years before, your height was not the same if you compare with the like today's your height. So that's why if you compare your current height with the 10 years old, so of course it means there is a increment, right? And this increment is due to the because new cells are coming in your body, and it is coming from the pre-existing cells. So this is all these are because of the cell division, right?
Mm-hmm.
So cell division, we can simply say there is a process, the process by which new cells are coming from pre-existing ones. So just tell me one thing, cell cycle and cell division, what is the main difference then? What is
Okay,
the main?
so I guess you can say the cycle is a sequence of events, like the bigger picture. I guess you could say, and then the cell division is just the specific process of when the cell divides into two.
Okay, can we say that suppose if we go to the school, so it means it is our complete daily cycle. Like we have to wake up and we have to go to school, and then we have to come back and we have to do the like various exercises at home and then sleep and then some classes, right? This is our this is our daily cycle. But when we are going to school, this is our school's like a school division, right? Like when we are going to school, so it means within the cell cycle there is a one cell division within the one cycle. Okay, so you have to remember that. So can you tell me, it is saying that the genome is getting duplicated. So genome means what, can we say DNA? DNA
Yeah.
replication, mitochondria. So in these processes, cell growth, cell replication, cell division occur in a very order and cyclic manner. Remember, it is not random one. Like the cell division is very much cyclic and very orderly, or you can say very orderly and cyclic process. Okay, so you have to remember that. Now if I tell you the phases which are taking place in our body, like human cycle, so in our body you should know one thing. This is showing our complete cycle. Okay, so firstly, if I tell you, we have a very short phase where cell is actually being divided. This is our 24 cycle. So this is very short phase where cell is actually dividing. So this is known as the M phase. M phase means when the cells are going to divide. Suppose if one cell enter into the M phase, so it means two cells are coming from the M phase. See, one cell entered in M phase, then what is happening? Two cells are coming from it. But just tell me one thing, Vishnu. These two cells are very new, okay? New cells. So these are small or large? These are
What?
uh, a cell enter into the M phase. This is single cell, and in the M phase, mitosis, it becomes two. This is the main function of M phase. So now these two cells are small, large, or equal in size.
Small, I'm assuming.
Small because they just
They
getting
just
formed, right?
formed.
Yeah, they just formed. So like a baby. Okay,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
baby used to usually like sleep, okay, and very small. So it means so that's why sometime what happen, these cells are very small, so sometime they enter into a very small phase which is known as the G naught phase. See, whenever you see a baby, okay, whenever you see a baby, okay, so just tell me, baby like can't speak, and baby can't walk, baby can't do anything by himself or herself, but still he or she is alive or not? Baby is alive or not? Baby is alive even without speaking anything, even
Yeah,
without
yeah, it is.
walking.
It is.
So it means metabolically active. So same thing, cells are very small. So in this is known as the G naught phase. G naught phase means the cells are metabolically active, but they are very small. They are just increasing their number, I mean not number, but they are increasing their size. Okay, so this is G naught phase, and G naught is not compulsory, it only happens sometime when the cells are not so ready. So actual phase is the after the M phase, you can say this actual phase is, this is known as G1 phase. This is known as gap 1 phase, G1 phase, gap 1 phase. So here what is happening? This cell is growing, cell growth take place, and preparation is also for the, because cell want to prepare its DNA, cell want to copy their like DNA for growth. So that's why preparation is going to be started from here only, G1 phase. Okay, so preparation for DNA synthesis. Remember, it is happening when the two cells are just formed, and we have to complete the cycle. Okay, so the next phase is known as the S phase. This is known as the S phase. Here, as I told you, na, they were just preparing for itself for DNA synthesis. And why it is S phase? S phase means synthesis. DNA has like formed. Synthesis of DNA has already taken place here. So DNA synthesis take place in this phase, S phase. And the last is the known as the G2 phase, gap 2 phase, G2 phase. So here cell is completely growth, cell growth, okay, has already done, cell is becoming very large, and now cell is going to be ready to enter into the M phase. Like same thing happened na, like when you were baby, like not you, but suppose whenever there is a boy, so if he is baby right now, so after some time he will marry and he will have a baby also, then the same cycle, then the baby will grow and the baby will have a baby, same cycle. So same thing, now the cell is completely differentiated, cell has matured. So that's why now it is again entering into the M phase. Okay, so we can say cell is ready for the for mitosis, like getting prepared. So in the G2 phase, it is being prepared for going into the mitosis, and finally it enter into the mitosis. 1 to 2 cell is going to give. Okay,
Yeah.
so it means the where does the actual division taking place? Where does
I think it's actually in the M phase.
M phase? So whatever the left, it is a gap phase. It is a like break. So this is known as the interphase.
Oh, okay.
So this is known as, better to write like that. This is known as interface. This is completely interface. Why? Because a baby just formed. So if a baby just formed, so it need time to enter again into the division phase. It can't directly go. So it means we have the two major first is the gap phase, which is the relaxing phase and increasing the DNA. It is the interphase. Okay, so interphase is the actually the most active stage of the cell cycle, where the cell prepare itself for the division, right? Because in the M phase it is only dividing, but after the dividing it is the most active because the growth is there. Just tell me, when the baby is there, so and if I talk about myself, can you tell me baby has the more growth or I have the more growth?
In which in like perspective?
Like it is being like increasing in the size, like
Oh,
length.
size-wise, baby.
Yes, like size wise baby, okay, because his length is increasing at a very fast rate. Okay, so that's why we can simply say that here, so interface is the most active state, and it is preparing itself for going into the. Okay, so you know it, it has a like three subphases, G1, S, and G2. Okay, interface is divided into the how many phases? Interface.
Hello?
Hello.
Interphase. Hello. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interface divided into four phases.
Yes, G naught is also known as the quiescent state. When
Oh,
the
so
cells
three.
are like not so active, so it is a kind of resting state. Have you ever seen there are certain premature babies, so
Yeah.
they used to sleep only, so resting. So it sometimes it also happen here. So when the cell is just formed, so it is taking some resting state, which is quiescent state. So in this cell is metabolically active. Cell is active. It is not dead. Metabolically active.
Okay. And aren't there like different types of cells, or like do all cells like take this f- shape?
So you need to remember here G1 phase where the cell is growing in the size. Okay, and of course you know it is preparing itself for the DNA synthesis. G2 means what is happening? DNA or the nucleic acid, you can say other. So DNA is replicated, like from one DNA to two DNA is coming, or you can say amount of nucleic acid is also increasing.
So G2 is when the DNA, the nucleic acid uh,
Nucleic acid is doubled here. Oh, sorry. It is S phase,
duplicated.
S phase. Sorry, my bad. S phase. S means synthesis.
Yeah.
Okay, so
G G phase is when it's replicated, right?
yes. So
Or G2 phase.
G2 phase is basically only when the protein is getting formed in their body, because it is fully prepared. Now you know it. In your body, where does the protein is coming from? From the DNA, na?
Yeah.
DNA to mRNA and mRNA to protein. So it means in the G2 phase, more RNAs, because RNA is coming from DNA.
So only when the proteins form?
RNAs and protein, you can say, because DNA from DNA give rise mRNA, mRNA give rise protein. So that's why it is giving both are synthesized. And whenever protein is getting formed, so of course cell has grown up, yes or no?
Yes.
Because whenever an adult is going to marry, so of course he has quite good protein in their body.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you also have, I also have. Without protein, it means we are not an adult, we are like babies without protein. because baby have a very less protein in their body.
So can I
So
say the protein levels are high in G2 phase?
yes, bilkul, yes, you can absolutely you can say that. So this protein is good because if they have more protein, then only they can divide into two, because cell is now going to enter into the M phase na, it has to be divided into two. So if
It needs
if it
it,
already had a very less protein, so
it
can they
couldn't
divide?
divide. It
Yeah,
can't divide.
so that's why. So like a mother is, if mother is not eating sufficient amount of food, so
The baby
can,
will
yeah,
malnutrition.
yes, exactly. So it is all about the interface. Okay, so interface is divided into these sub stages. Okay, now if I ask you, what do you mean by the M phase?
The phase where a single cell develops into two.
Very good. So whenever cell usually divides, so what do you think? First
Hmm?
cytoplasm divides or first nucleus divide?
I think it's in nucleus.
Okay, so now we are coming to the M phase, and M phase we can better to say a mitosis phase. Okay,
Wait,
so
maybe
here,
it actually might be the cytoplasm.
no,
Is it
nucleus,
nucleus? Okay, but
nucleus.
yeah, because I think you have to have two of those, and then
I guess
the
you have seen the amoeba. Amoeba, first
yeah,
DNA, first nucleus is going to divide and then cytoplasm. Okay. So actual cell division take place, cell division. So actual cell division taking place here. Okay. And DNA is distributed finally equal to the daughter nuclei, right? Like
yeah.
whatever the nucleic acid it has, so it is equal divided into the two cells like this. Okay, so equal amount is being divided. Okay, so of course first nucleus is being divided and then cytoplasm will divide. So it means first is known as the karyokinesis. Karyokinesis, what is the meaning of this karyokinesis? Can we say that it means one nucleus is dividing into the daughter cells? Okay, suppose
Mhm.
if you have a 46 chromosome, so of course it is duplicated, and duplicate is already there in the S phase, and now it is being divided. So separation of daughter chromosome into the two daughter nuclei. Okay, so better to say nuclear division, because in the nucleus it is doing the same thing. So it is the division of nucleus, and second is the
Bro,
cytokinesis.
ugly, shut up. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Okay, so cytokinesis means it's a division of cytoplasm. Once
Hmm.
the nucleus is divided, and then division of cytoplasm take place. Okay, so this is basically, so now we are coming to the mitosis. Okay, you need to say my skin cells, my hand cells. Okay, so all these cells you can see on my face, my hand, my body, most of the part. So they
I
have the
can't
same
see
number of
cells.
chromosome or different chromosome number.
I can't see cells. What are you talking about?
Can you see my video?
Oh yeah.
Can you see my face?
Well, okay.
So in
Wait,
my face cells have the cells. Okay, so my like so many cells it has. So all the cells have the same chromosome number or the different chromosome number? Tell me.
I think it depends on the location, right?
In every part except the reproductive part, all my body parts have the same chromosome number or different?
Different, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait,
Mm-hmm.
no. Except okay, no, then the same because the reproductive ones have different numbers. So it's
They also have same, but they are doing
oh
the different process. See.
wait,
I'm
what?
going to tell.
I think
Human, it's a biological rule. Human beings have 46 chromosome total in a single cell.
no,
What
I
are you
thought it
doing?
was. I thought it was the sperm had like 23.
Yeah, sperm. So sperm is not your body part, na? Sperm is going to be released outside. If sperm is getting formed in your body, so soon it will come outside, na? It
Yeah.
won't remain in your body for a long time. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why. So I will tell you like what they are doing actually. These are the cell which are formed by your body, okay, and they are being produced outside. It will not remain in your body. So I'm going to tell, don't worry. So if I talk about our normal cell, so normal cell have the like, of course, my reproductive cell producing sperm, But these cells are producing these new cell, which are remain there, which are my
Yeah,
permanent
I guess
body
they have
part.
46
So
chromosomes.
they have the 46 chromosome. So it means, just tell me. So when these cells are producing to two cell, these cells are dividing into two cells. So they have the same chromosome number or different?
Oh, say it again.
See, if there is a nucleus has a 46 chromosome. So when they are dividing, okay, so
Hmm.
they should have the same number of chromosome or different. If I talk about my skin, my body,
Same.
same, right? But how is it possible? If it is 46, so how it is possible that it is also getting 46, it is also getting 46? How?
Because of the DNA replication, I think.
Yes,
The
because of
double.
yes,
The
firstly,
double.
firstly it means, so it has double the number, then it is divided. Without doubling the number, it can't happen, right?
Wait. Say it again. What did you just say?
Without doubling,
Yeah, I
without
said that.
yes, without replication, you just said. So without
Oh,
the
yeah.
replication, without doubling of DNA or chromosome, it is not going to happen. So it means when the parent cell and the daughter cell, these are known as daughter cell. So when the chromosome number remains the same, this is known as the mitosis.
Hmm.
So it means my all the body part except the reproductive one, it is mitosis.
I see. And then 23 is meiosis. Okay.
If I talk
But
about my testis cells inside the
uh,
testis, so they are producing this sperm. When they are
right.
producing this sperm, so these are the gamete, these are the sex cells. And it can't be 46. Why? Because it will create a problem in the baby. Baby will have extra chromosomes because it is also coming from mother. So
But what
that's
would
why
happen if the baby would have more than 46 chromosomes?
sperm and ova. So if a male is also releasing a sperm which contain 46 chromosome, if mother
Mm-hmm.
is giving also 46, normal like mitosis. So
98.
when these are going to
Cool.
fuse, then it will form the 92 chromosome. Is it? Don't you think it is disrupting the biological rule?
Overhuman.
Hmm. How can a baby have a more chromosome than their parents if you compare the single cell?
That'd be
So,
funny.
so that's why it is not going to happen. And if it happens, so 100% character of father and 100% character of mother will appear. And how can
Oh
you?
my god.
Because 46 total chromosome has passed.
Same person.
Hmm. So right now you have some character of father, you have some character of mother. Why? Because only half of the character is coming in your body from the
Mm-hmm.
sperm and the ova. That's
Mm-hmm.
why. So we can say when a cell is going to divide into the two cell, okay, so it means if it has 46, so only half of the chromosome are coming to the, it means there is no duplication here. So here half is coming here and half is coming here, and that is happening only in the sexual reproduction. Why? Because they have to produce the gamete, and gamete can't contain the same number of chromosome. Why? Because if they contain the same number of chromosome, then the baby have the double chromosome number, and it is not accurate
Possible.
according to biology. So that's why gametes are considered as a haploid. See, if it is 2n, if we are 2n, so our gametes are n. Is there any cell which is haploid in my body here, my face?
Wait, say a haploid? Like double?
Haploid means when it is becoming half.
Oh no, I don't think so.
See. This is the my body part, my reproductive part. You can say like testis cell, which is producing sperm. So from the 46 sperms are only getting 23, na? So it means it is meiosis. This division is known as meiosis. So when the chromosome number are reduces to half, it is meiosis.
Wait, how do you?
So
Oh, it's me. Oh, that's how you spell it. It's not meiosis, like MYOSIS.
M E I
Oh,
MEIOSIS, meiosis. Meiosis means when the chromosomes are reduces to half in the cell division. So in my face, in my body, okay, except the reproductive cell, so it is mitosis or meiosis. What do you think?
Uh, if for most of your cells, it's mitosis, and then the rest of the ones.
Because the my all body parts have the same number of chromosomes. But if I talk about reproductive cell, so reproductive cells, they are producing the gamete which they contain only half set, not 100%. So if you see a one sperm, so one sperm, whatever it is, like what this sperm is belong to any person, so it is containing only half the character, not the full. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So now if I talk about both the things, so firstly karyokinesis, it means nuclear division. So actually nuclear division is divided, you have to remember pre-medical entrance test, PMET. PMET means actually it is divided into the it is a
Prophase,
yeah,
prophase, metaphase, allophase, telophase,
very right.
telophase,
So prophase, metaphase, anaphase,
telophase.
and the telophase.
Mm-hmm.
So actually what happens usually in the prophase, cell is going to condense, like it is making cytoplasm very denser, and most of the things start getting disappear, like the membrane, Golgi apparatus, some membrane, nuclear membrane, they are going to be disappear. In the metaphase, they arrange at the equatorial point. At the anaphase, they arrange to the pole and their chromosome divided. And in the telophase, they are going to convert into the 2 to 1. Like we are going to discuss one by one, don't worry at all. So it means karyokinesis is always there. Like it is always divided into the these four subphases. Remember,
Wait, what is
so,
metaphase?
1 second, just 1 second. So this is the karyokinesis of mitosis, and then cytokinesis will take place. Okay, this is fine. Okay, after this nucleus divide, then cytokinesis means division of cytoplasm take place. But if I talk about meiosis, meiosis have very different thing. Meiosis can't happen in one stage. So actually, meiosis is divided into meiosis one and meiosis two, and both are compulsory. So meiosis one have prophase one, PMET, prophase one, metaphase one, anaphase one, and the telophase one. So it means the cell is entering into the meiosis. So firstly, they will enter into meiosis one. So how many cells are converted? Two cells. So from the okay, or and here chromosome reduces to half, to n
Mm-hmm.
to n. But remember, n is already formed in the meiosis. When they enter, these two cells enter into the meiosis two. So it is a prophase second, metaphase second, anaphase second, and telophase second. So when these two cells N N are entering into these, okay, these, so it is only producing, okay, better to say. So when the one cell is N here, so it will remain N. So guys, see, Vishnu. In the meiosis, actually it is meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. Meiosis 1 is incomplete. So a diploid, a 2n is going to give rise haploid like half set n or n. But when this n enter into the meiosis second, so now it is not reducing further because it has already reduced in the meiosis 1. So meiosis 2 is just for the development. So it will chromosome number remain the same. So some
Mm-hmm.
people say meiosis second is just like the mitosis because no half of chromosome is taking place, chromosome number remain the same. So they are saying right or wrong?
Wrong. There has to be two, right?
Yeah, they are producing two, but the chromosome number remain the same. Are they right?
No, that's not meiosis. That's mitosis.
But in meiosis is divided into two part. See, spotlight. Meiosis divided into two part. Meiosis first and then meiosis second. So half main purpose is to reduce the chromosome number to half. So in the meiosis one, we have already reduces the chromosome number from 2n to n. So now in the meiosis 2, it is not decreasing further. When this this N cell enter into the meiosis 2, so it is further dividing and it is forming the N or N. So is there any reduction? Can you see?
No.
So when there is no reduction, it means chromosome number remain the same in the meiosis 2.
Yeah.
And if the chromosome number remain the same, so it is just like the mitosis, yes or no?
So meiosis two is mitosis.
Yes, yes.
That's so confusing.
Yeah, yeah. Meiosis 2 is just like the mitosis. So many people say, Sir, can I ask something? Yes. So he says, Sir, if meiosis has already reduced the chromosome number in the meiosis 1, then why there is a need of meiosis second? Why? Meiosis second is mitosis. So why it is why it is present in the meiosis 2? Meiosis main meiosis? Because after the meiosis one cell is not developed.
Hmm.
It is haploid, but it is not developed. Actually, it has to enter into the another phase, meiosis second, and then they are developed.
Then all the organelles and everything are there, right?
Yes. So it means sometimes the question is asked, if a cell is enter into the meiosis one, so how many cell will be produced after complete meiosis?
Wait, say it again. Sorry.
If a cell is entering into meiosis, it means they are
Hmm.
entering into the first and then second. So how many
Hmm.
total cell will be formed? Any
Uh,
guesses?
wait, hold on. Let me mathematically think this.
Okay.
Is it six?
Okay. Are you sure?
Yeah, right?
Okay. If you have a one cell, so it is entering into the first meiosis one. So
Mm-hmm.
so they are producing only two cell. Okay. Yes, this is the main cell, right? Because I mean two and two, they are forming NRN.
Mm-hmm.
But now both these cells are entering into meiosis second because they are
Mm-hmm.
incomplete. So it is going to give rise two cell,
Mm-hmm.
and it is also going to give rise two cell.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the meiosis one and this is meiosis second. Complete. So how many cell are produced? Can you count?
Six.
Eh? Six? Why? Only four.
Oh, you're saying only in meiosis two.
Yeah, meiosis 2 is completed. So after
I thought you
meiosis 2,
said the entire meiosis.
yeah, entire meiosis or meiosis second is the same thing, na?
Okay.
Because, one second, one second.
Mhm.
These two cells are already utilized in giving these four cell. If four cells are already formed, so now there's no nothing, yeah. Because these cell are going to give rise these.
So the cell dies, or the cell like becomes that?
Cell becomes that. Cell
Oh.
becomes that. See, one cell is there.
Oh, okay.
So
No, no, no. I get it. I get it. It divides into two. It's so
yeah,
the
it
way
is
you drew them.
it is not like a parent, like parent is giving a birth. So
Yeah, yeah. I
now
know. I
it
know.
it
Yeah,
is
I
actually
understand.
okay. It is just like a when a parent is there, parent is divided into two children.
Yeah, yeah.
It is something like that. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. The thing
So
is, the way you drew it kind of confused me.
okay, okay, fine.
I
Actually,
understand.
this is the standard way. Okay.
Yeah,
So
like it looks like one cell like produces two, but
okay,
that's fine.
okay. So it means just tell me which division of meiosis is just like the mitosis?
The second one.
Meiosis second. Okay, is there any mitosis second also?
No.
Mitosis have only mitosis, nothing one and two. But meiosis has one and two, right?
Hmm?
Okay, so fine. Some people also ask, sir, why? I mean, why mitosis have only one and why meiosis have these two?
Because all the organelles, the cells fully developed after mitosis one.
And one more thing. In the meiosis one, they have to bring out the variation factor also. Just tell me, the generation which is coming, so it is more advanced, yes or no?
Yeah.
So it means some variation are coming. So in the meiosis, and it is coming from the reproduction, with the
Hmm.
gametes, sperm or ova. So of course it is all because of the meiosis one. So meiosis one is going to give rise the variation factor. That's why it has a like in the mitosis. There is no much variation. See, my this cell, my this cell, my this cell, my this cell. It is completely same.
Sure.
Is there any variation in that?
I
No, no. It is completely same, right? Okay. So there is
yeah.
no variation. So that's why it is only one. But in the meiosis one, they are bringing out the variation.
One cell is different from the other.
Hmm.
I see.
That's why. That's why. That's why. Just tell me, you have a sister or brother?
Mm-hmm.
So are they completely look like you?
No, because we're not twins.
Oh, yes, not twins. But so it means you people are basically made by the same sperm or different sperm.
Oh, different ones.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
I see what you
now
mean.
got it variation.
Yeah.
So it is
Different.
all because so that's why when they are producing gametes, of course it need like more time and the more divisions. Okay. So now it is just the basic idea of mitosis and the meiosis. Any single doubt you have?
No.
Okay, so and now we are coming to the main cycle, which you know very well, the mitosis. Okay, so as I already told you, what is happening in the mitosis? So mitosis may here, just give me 1 second. So I am going to show you the mitosis stages. Okay, so firstly I told you first things start getting disappeared and the condensed state. Okay, and then some material also disappear and then there is a separation, they are going towards the pole. Okay, so I am going to show you the how the mitosis are actually do this. Just give me 1 minute. So can you tell me the stages of mitosis?
Yeah.
Yeah, how many stages are there in the mitosis?
Four.
Okay, name.
Prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase.
So firstly nucleus divide or cytoplasm.
A nucleus. Karyokinesis.
Okay,
Kinesis.
karyokinesis and then cytokinesis. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, so I'm just showing you something so that it can help you to understand these stages, what is happening in which state, what thing happens, which things, which event are happening. Okay, in which state.
Mm-hmm.
First watch the video, okay, very carefully.
Mm-hmm.
Mitosis. Mitosis is a process of cell division that makes possible regeneration of body parts. To elaborate, mitosis is the separation of nuclear chromosomes into two identical daughter nuclei. It is divided into four key.
Hello Vishnu, you said something.
No.
Okay, okay.
Phases: prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase.
Closer.
An additional phase called cytokinesis occurs after the complete nuclear division. Before a dividing cell enters mitosis, it undergoes a period of growth and rest. This period is called interphase. In interphase, the genetic material of a cell increases. Prophase. During prophase, the chromatin condenses and becomes short and thick to form chromosomes. Each chromosome has two sister chromatids joined together at the centromere. The nucleolus disappears and the nuclear membrane starts to break down. The centrosomes, each with a pair of centrioles, move apart to the opposite poles, forming a spindle between them. Metaphase. During metaphase, microtubules of the spindle interact with chromosomes. This causes the chromosomes to move and align along the middle of the cell or the equatorial plate. Sister chromatids are held at the centromere, confirming the presence of protein structures called kinetochore at the surface. The kinetochore holds the chromosomes and attaches them to the spindle. Anaphase. During anaphase, the sister chromatids separate at the kinetochores, and the daughter chromosomes, along with the divided centromere, move towards the opposite poles as the microtubule shortens. The poles of the spindle also move apart and help to separate the chromosomes. As the chromosomes separate completely into two sets, one at each pole, anaphase is considered complete. Telophase. During telophase, the daughter chromosomes arrive at the pole and the chromatin starts to decoil. Also, the nuclei reform along with nucleoli. This triggers the reformation of the nuclear membrane. Cytokinesis. Cytokinesis is the partition of the cytoplasm. In animals, a cleavage furrow appears in the plasma membrane, which deepens and divides the cytoplasm into two daughter cells, each containing a nucleus. In plants, new cell wall formation is triggered at the center of the
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah. So I guess they have just moved from the cytokinesis. I will tell you cytokinesis, don't worry. But these stages events, have you seen something? Some things are getting disappeared, some are arranged at the equator, and then they are going to the pole. And because of the kinetochore, they are chromosomes are just separated. Have you seen that, Vishnu? Something?
Yeah, yeah, I did.
Okay, so now we are coming to the first is the prophase one. So in the prophase one, what you observed? You remember what you just saw? What happened in the prophase? Any
Yes,
guesses?
some membranes disappear.
Very good, very right. Okay, so cell membrane, nuclear membrane, cell membrane, nuclear membrane, because it is kind of karyokinesis. So nuclear membrane. Okay, so here nuclear membrane are going to get disappeared here, and chromosome material it is forming condenses, they are very condensing. Why? Actually they are going to a very small, very small. Okay, because so here chromosome material, like all those things which forms the chromosome, okay, so they are going to get condensed so that they can form the chromosome. The chromosomal material condenses to form compact chromosomes. Okay, so DNA, all these things are going to get condensed. Okay, so compact chromosome, and each composed of what? Two chromatid, you remember? Have you seen that na? Two
Yeah,
chromatid. So one chromatid, two chromatid. So this is a one chromosome and it has a hook like structure. On this this is the middle part. Okay, so actually it has a one hook like structure which is attached to the spindle fiber so that it can be separated. So I will tell you later. Okay, so these chromatid are together attached with the centromere now. So as of now you have to remember this is the centromere, and this is the chromatid. And on the centromere there is a hook like structure. Okay, so that a rope can be attached, a thread like structure, it can be attached, and so that it can be separated. So it is a spindle fiber. Okay, so a spindle fiber is a thread like structure which is attached to the hook like structure, and that hook like structure is known as kinetochore. Kinetochore. Okay, so hook like structure is called the kinetochore. So this kinetochore is attached with the spindle fiber, right? I told you.
Yeah.
Okay, so nuclear membrane are disappearing, chromosome material start condensing to form the condensed very chromosome. Okay, and here, so you will see some mito, this is a nucleus, so some spindle fiber are start appearing here. Spindle fiber, these are the thread like structure. Okay, so micro, I told you the cell organelle in the cell chapter, microtubule. So here you can say initiation of mitotic spindles. Spindles are the thread like structure by microtubule. So these things are happening in the prophase one. I mean prophase, not prophase one, prophase only. Okay. So this is how you have to see. I guess I told you the same thing. See, yes, this is the prophase. Can you see that? Again, see that.
During prophase, the chromatin condenses and becomes short and thick to form
Have you listened what she said? They are condensing and forming the chromosome. Am I right?
Yeah. Mhm.
So, okay.
chromosomes. Each chromosome has two sister chromatids joined together at the centromere. The nucleolus disappears and the nuclear membrane
Nucleolus and the nuclear membrane. Okay, inside the nucleus there is a very dense, na, which is nucleolus. So nucleolus and nuclear membrane disappear.
starts to break down. The centrosomes, each with a pair of centrioles, move apart to the opposite
Look like
poles,
spiders.
forming a spindle between.
See, can you see some spindle fibers? These thread-like structure.
Yeah, it's
And
very like displeasing, discomforting.
yeah, and they are going to attach with what structure I told you? A hook-like structure, which is called kinetochore
Yeah.
at the centromere. Okay, so these are the spindles. So
Wait,
you
this
have,
is this still prophase?
yeah, this is the formation of this. Yes.
Oh,
Okay, it is
okay.
not the completed one. It is just the initiation. See, initiation of a spindle, initiation only. Okay, so this is the prophase. Noted? Have you noted it down? So now, of course, after the prophase, what we have to study? PMET,
Metaphase.
metaphase. So what is happening in the metaphase? I guess you have seen in the video. Any guesses?
Microtubules interact with the spindle.
Yes. So I told you first, metaphase. So you remember condensation was taking place so that they can form the chromosome. So here condensation is maximum condensation so that they can form the chromosome. So maximum condensation
Condensation?
of chromosome.
You said condensation?
Yes. Condensation means they are reducing their size because it has to be double.
Hmm.
Okay. So they are just like chromosome normally look like this, but here it is something look like this, because it is going to be divided. So condensation of chromosome is completed here. Is completed here. And the chromosome, so it means can we, so chromosome are thick or thin here, thick or thin?
Uh, thick? Because
Thick,
it's
okay.
compressed or
Yes,
like
and short or long?
short.
Okay, so we can say chromosome are quite like it has a very thickness and shortness, because chromosome is very short here. Okay, spindle formation was started in the prophase, so spindle formation is complete or incomplete here?
Huh? What?
Spindle formation was started in the
Oh, complete,
prophase.
I guess.
So it means, of course, so in this stage, obviously, it is going to be completed. Like, kuch to hona chahiye, something should happen. So it should, spindle formation is complete here. Okay. So, and just tell me, all the chromosome you just see in the video, so they are at the equator or they are at the pole?
Pole.
Pole is above.
Equator, I guess.
Equator. I guess you haven't seen the video.
I did.
See,
I kind of
okay.
forgot.
This is the equator, this is the pole. So a chromosome were present there, na? And a spindle were coming from here. I guess I should show you again.
Yeah, but that would be helpful.
See, can you see? chromosome.
Oh, yeah.
them.
Yeah, there we go.
These are the spindle fiber.
Metaphase. During metaphase, microtubules of the spindle interact with chromosomes. This
What are
causes
the
chromosomes
spindles
to
made
break.
out of?
Yes, spindle are going to be attached at this kinetochore.
Centromeres.
Yes, kinetochore of centromere. Okay, and
But
they
like,
are at the
Move in a
equator.
line along the
are they
midline.
made out of chromatin or protein? Like, what are they made out of?
Yes, protein you can say. Yes.
Okay. And what is the other
Equatorial.
part of the cell made out of?
What?
The orange part?
Orange part? This is the nucleus.
Yeah. What is that made out of? I kind of forgot. Is that proteins as well?
Microtubule, na?
Yeah. What is the orange thing made out of?
This orange, complete circular.
Yeah.
It is completely nucleus, a nucleic acid you can say, and
Okay.
other stuff. Nucleus is everything. It contains proteins, okay, RNA, nucleic acids.
All right. Yeah. That's all I need.
Okay. So you can see spindle fibers are attached with the chromosomes, right? And they are arranged at the equator
Mhm.
and they are at the pole. Pole means the spindle fiber formation coming from the pole. Okay. So
Mhm.
spindle fiber formation is complete and you will find the chromosome at which site?
The pole.
Yes, exactly. So it means, and they are going to attach with which part?
The spindle.
Yes. So all the chromosomes lie here. Chromosomes lie here, lie at the equator, and they are attached with the spindle fibers, right? Okay. So can you tell me, okay, so there is a kinetochore structure at the centromere, right?
Yeah.
So this is known as the kinetochore. So this kinetochore will attach to what?
What?
This kinetochore will be attached to what?
The spindle fiber.
Yes, okay. So this will attach to the spindle fiber. Remember that. So can we say the spindle fiber attaches to it? And a spindle fiber is coming from the pole or equator? Coming
Wait,
from.
what? The pole.
Yes. Pole to equator, right?
Yeah.
So spindle.
And then all the X's get attached at the equator
Yes. And then they are trying to push. Push
to
means
the pole.
some, yes, some chromosome will go to the pole and some to the,
Equator.
yeah, this pole. Above pole
Not
and
the
this
pole.
pole. So it may,
What
and now
pole?
at the middle, they are going to be broken. So it will form two
Oh,
cell. Something
that's
like
cool.
that.
Oh, yeah.
So some chromosome will go there, some chromosome will
Yeah.
go there, and then finally there is a cut. So it will form one cell, it will form two cell.
That's cool.
Okay.
I
Okay.
never thought about it like that.
So this is how a cell is usually divided. Okay. So finally, can we say that chromosomes are attached to the kinetochore?
Oh,
And so spindle fiber is attached to kinetochore, and the chromosomes are moved to the equated to
cool.
the. Okay. So chromosomes are moved to spindle equator. Move to spindle equator, okay, and they are aligning at the pole, like they are going to the pole, okay. So with the help of the spindle they are going to the pole. Fine. So this is the metaphase. Now, so what happened in the anaphase?
Hmm?
What do you just observe in the anaphase? Can we say, so the spindle fiber breaks,
Mm-hmm.
spindle fiber breaks and the all the chromosome will go at the pole, or they remain at the equator?
Remain at the equator. I mean, remain at the pole. Pole.
Pole. They are
Pole,
going to
yeah.
the pole or they remain? No, I'm talking about the chromosome.
I'm pretty sure if they want to break, they have to be at the pole, right?
Yeah, so they are going to the pole. See very carefully.
Plate. Sister chromatids are held at the centromere, confirming the presence of protein structures called kinetochore at the surface.
Hook-like
The
structure.
kinetochore holds the chromosomes and attaches them to the
They are going
spindle.
out.
What?
Anaphase.
This is the main.
During anaphase, the sister chromatids separate at the kinetochores, and the daughter
Can you see?
chromosomes, along
Yeah.
with the divided centromere, move towards the opposite poles as the microtubule shortens. The poles of the spindle also move apart and help to separate the chromosomes. As the chromosomes separate completely into two sets, one at each pole, anaphase is considered complete. Telophase.
Okay, so it means they are just moving towards the pole, something like that, from equator to pole, because they are just separated. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Can we actually like cover telophase like tomorrow? Cause like
yeah, sure, sure. So
it's getting
can
a
we
bit
say
late.
that chromosome split simultaneously? Can we say that
Yeah.
here chromosome is splitting is completed? Okay, so complete, and they are going towards the pole. Okay, so half of the centromere they are going above, and half of the centromere it is going down. Okay, so we will discuss this further, but I'm just telling you the half of the centromere with the one chromatid it is going up, or half of the chromatid is going towards the down pole, right? So it is done, and finally what is going to happen, the chromosome reaches towards the pole, this side and this
And then it
side, and
splits.
finally, yes, finally there is a there all the thing which happened in the prophase, all the things disappeared, now they reappear, membrane
Mhm.
will reappear, okay, nucleus will reappear, everything will come back, okay, like Golgi apparatus and endoplasmic reticulum, they are coming back. Why? Because nucleus is already divided here, that's why. Okay, so in the telophase, chromosome cluster and everything which was like disappeared in the prophase, they are coming back into the telophase, right?
Mhm.
So rest of the thing we will start from the anaphase again, I mean the metaphase, anaphase, telophase. Okay, so we will discuss this in the next class. Okay,
All right.
bye bye.
Bye.